Okay, you go.
Okay. Welp, here we are on YouTube.
That's right, Nathan. We are on YouTube, and everyone watching this video is on YouTube as well. So we're all on YouTube.
At the same time.
Wow. What did you do with Nathan? Who are you?
Who's Nathan? My name's Laney. And I like rabbits.
All right. So we've lost all of our listener.
I'm sorry.
How are you feeling, Nate?
I had a crappy sleep, and I'm feeling like garbage. And now I'm feeling better, actually, now that I get to do some music listening. And that's
all right.
In all honesty. But
okay, good. Well, yeah, we're excited. This is a Patreon request from Robert. This is Mike Rutherford's first. Oh, I hope I got it right. I believe that this is his first solo album. Between recording sessions with Genesis, he recorded a solo album, much like all the other guys have done since and before then. So, yeah, this album is called Smallcreep's Day. And side 1 is a 24-minute track, but it has 7 distinct parts. I'm getting this from Wikipedia. I don't know the top of my head. So it's based on the 1965 novel Smallcreep's Day. And it's a satire on modern industrial life. The story follows Smallcreep, who has worked in the same factory for 40 years, and then embarks on a journey of self-discovery as he follows its assembly line to find out what the factory produces.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting book. Mike Rutherford has mentioned that he tried to attempt to write lines from the book into the songs, but it didn't work. Like the transition of like actual dialogue and lines from the book didn't quite work into song form. But that's what the side A is all. It's a 24-minute side A, 7 distinct parts, called Smallcreep's Day. And I don't know if part 2 still follows the journey of Smallcreep, but it is 5 songs on side 2. So I don't know the story very well, obviously. So we're just going to listen and enjoy it as it's just presented to us. So whenever you're ready there, Nathan, I'll let you hit play on your end.
Go.
It's so very dark in here.
Oh, Mike is not singing. They got a singer for the album.
There's water on the wall. I can see no light.
Mike does the guitar and the bass.
And who's keyboards?
And what's that sound?
Ant Phillips.
That droning far above the smoke. And everywhere I look, their eyes are watching me.
Still has some early Genesis vibe to it, though. Funny enough,
I don't know Genesis enough to do that, but yeah, you're deep enough down that rabbit hole now that you'd recognize it.
But I've more pain than I can bear. There is a world to find out.
Second part.
I would assume so. Yeah.
I'm hopelessly waiting in line for what I don't know, I don't mind.
Called Working in Line.
For a day that goes by, with blood on my hands in my hair. I'm hopelessly working in line of what I don't care, I don't mind. There's nothing that I wouldn't give to see what comes out at the end.
Right. Thought I lost you.
Is it okay if I pause?
Oh yeah, anytime you want to pause. Yeah, I think that might have been we're going to the third part now. Maybe.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be a third part coming up. Are you familiar with Mannheim Steamroller?
Yeah, enough with a Christmas. Don't they do Christmas at a
Well, they
Christmas
did
album?
a lot of Christmas stuff Yeah, later, and they did this whole series called Fresh Air, which was kind of this blend of rock and classical music, and to try and like bring these two together. Less on the heavier guitars, but there was some very distinct Mannheim Steamroller-y things in that last one. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Is that a good thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my dad raised me on Mannheim Steamroller. They're not like my favorite band. They're just,
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this might be the track or chapter 3, After Hours. So I'm looking at the lyrics online as this is playing, and I think only Work in the Line or chapters 1 and 2 have lyrics. The rest might just be instrumental. I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
For side A, anyways.
Very synth organized around the synthesizer.
Yeah, which is interesting because he's the guitarist, and this is his solo album, so I find that interesting.
Mm-hmm. I was just trying to think, like, maybe this is best kept to the end, but like, who's doing concept albums these days?
Not very many. I mean, not big artists the way they used to. Yeah. Okay, this is probably now chapter 4, called Cats and Rats in the Neighborhood. Oh, they're singing. Oh, okay, I got it. So track or chapters 5 and 6. Chapter 5 is called Smallcreep Alone, and chapter 6 is called Out into the Daylight, and they're both instrumentals. Must be chapter 5 now.
Cool sound.
Oh yeah. So this must be chapter 6, Out into the Daylight. Sorry, this was recorded in 79, but it was released in 1980.
Oh.
Oh, Anthony Phillips. Okay. People have probably already commented, but he was on Genesis' first 2 albums. For Genesis to Revelation in 69 and Trespass in 1970. So I think he's one of the original guitarists. And then I guess Mike said, hey, come join me on my solo album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought the name just seemed familiar, but that's early Genesis. Yeah, just the first 2 studio albums. You'll know who listened to the whole thing or not by the comments. No, Anthony Phillips. Great drumming too. And this drummer, Simon Phillips, I don't think they have any relation to Anthony. He played with Toto, the band Toto, for many years.
Oh, yeah.
Played with Joe Satriani for 4 studio albums. a lot of. He even did a Judas Priest album. And Steve Hackett was part of Genesis. A lot of work. A lot of work. He's also in the Rock and Roll or Modern Drummer Hall of Fame. So very accomplished musicians surround themselves, or Mike surround himself with here.
Yeah, that was by far the best song so far.
That was fun. That was a great instrumental. This is At the End of the Day.
This is track 7?
This is
chapter 7.
Chapter 7 of Smallcreep's story. That was a nice song.
Yeah, not bad.
I like the vocals.
I keep thinking
find it-
this is
Oh,
like
go
a
ahead.
period piece, really. Like you really, in order to appreciate it more, you have to almost be like, yeah, I was around that time, and these are the songs that were being played during that time in comparison to be able to really understand it in context. Yeah.
Right. All right, flip your LPs over, boys and girls. We're on side 2. The song is called Moonshine.
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 Still in the concept album vein, or is this a different?
I don't know. I don't know.
And I feel like the night is closing in. I know it is. Do you feel it burning in my blood? Burning in my blood. Life is setting me on fire. And I feel like a cloud is closing in. I know it
I don't think it is. I think the first side is the concept part. It's my guess. We'll find out. And the comments will tell us.
I know I am. Sooner or later, moonshine in my brain, turning me around till there's madness in the air. Turning water into wine, till there's nothing left to burn. Till there's nothing left to burn. Courage deserted me tonight. And in the moments that I have, when peace is all around, I can see clearly now. And what I see, there's your world, there's mine. There's so little in between. But listen, my love, we will never know which one of us has got it right. 'Cause maybe the things I do are hurting everyone. I know they are. I've got to try to find the door. Sooner or later, it will turn me inside out. Be gone all those one of us has got it right. Turning water into wine till there's nothing left to burn. Till there's nothing left to burn. Courage deserted me tonight.
That was fun. Good rocker.
I have a good idea that my dad might have actually had this album.
Really?
I mean, maybe he got rid of it or something, but
You should ask him.
yeah.
Just send him a text while this is recording. Just say, "Hey, Dad, did you have this album?" Oh no, that wouldn't work.
I can't. My phone is recording this right now.
I'll send it. I'll send it. Hey, Garden, remember me?
It just has very similar sounds to things that, I mean, this is way back in my childhood.
Right, would have been 5 years old.
Yeah.
And you could find a light dancing on the floor. In the dead of night, when every star is burning bright.
I yawned. Sorry. It's not,
you're allowed.
it's not the music.
Oh, I know, you had a rough sleep. You mentioned that, you had a rough sleep.
Time again, I'm always there to see you through the night. Time again.
Of course, it sounds like Elton John there.
Will be alright. And after all is said and done, oh God, you'll never know just how lonely life can be for me. So let me tell you now what it's like to be the one whose memories are scattered on the sea. When the wind goes down, you'll see them lying all around on a cloudy day. High up in the sky, there's a lonely bird who's sailing round and round, looking for a place to land down on the ground for a while, over and over again. Please give your love to me, flowing in the wind, and I'll be there.
Trying to place the harmonics there, the harmonies. What does it sound like?
Like Chicago Foreigner or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the time, 1980. Yeah.
What was that last one called?
Time and time again.
Okay.
And this one's called Romani, if I'm saying it right. Romani or Romani. Yeah, and I think the second side is like just a standard studio album. It's not a concept album. The
Yeah.
second side.
There never was a moment I wasn't sure I would be someone who roamed the world year after year. And when the time was ready, and so was I, get out of here, back to the streets. Who'll make everything better? Who'll make everything better? The life that I was living, the great outdoors, start off above me every night as I lay
You can
down.
sure hear the 80s coming out in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Who'll make everything better? Who'll make everything better?
Still some prods down here.
Get out of bed, I hear them singing all along the way. You're where you wanna be, out on the open road again. Ain't that peculiar? You're on your own again. You're on your own, on your own. I guess you always were. Whoa.
Interesting lyric.
One
Yeah.
day you come to realize
You're on your own. I guess you always were.
Yeah.
No one to share the lonely days, to be together.
This thing still has a prog sound to it.
Who'll make everything better? Who'll make everything better?
time change.
Yeah. It's interesting because I'll state my comment. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saving my comments too.
Yeah, okay. This one's called Every Road.
How can I be back here again? It was just the other day that I said I would be moving on. Seems to me I'm going round and round. It's the only way I know. Every road that I take is the same.
Sounds like George Michael too.
Oh, that's good. Good catch. I didn't pick that up.
Leading me back away.
When that George would sing low.
Every road that I take
Right
is
there.
the same. Don't be sorry, please. Don't you worry, please. I will be back again.
Might be a good bit of
very soon.
The 12 string.
Like, what was it?
That's why it's so rich sounding.
Okay.
Then, when I know that I have stayed too long, and there's nothing left for me to say, so I'll be on my way. Every road that I take is the same. Every way I go, every day I go, leading me back away. I just come. Every road that I take is the same. Don't be sorry, please. Don't you worry, please. I will be back again very soon. Follow me now, wherever I go. Follow me now.
Oh, you alright?
It's
That was funny. Yeah. I think this is my favorite on the album.
this one.
Yeah.
I think you got a thing for 12 strings.
Oh,
I've noticed that in the last couple of songs.
great. Nice sound.
Yeah, that's my second favorite so far.
All right, last song on the album is called Overnight Job.
I like that background sound.
Yeah. I figured it would close on a rocker.
Now's not the time to hang around. Overnight job, it's an overnight job.
Sounds like a sitar almost. Everyone said that it couldn't be done, and I know that's why you're here tonight. Over your shoulder, the days getting older, the shadows are fading away.
12 string again.
There you go. Yeah. right. So what do you think? So again, for you, Nathan, for anyone that's listening doesn't know this, Mike Rutherford, he's one of the founding members of Genesis, 1969.
Okay.
10 years later, records this album when Genesis was on a bit of a hiatus, not a breakup, just a break between touring and album making. And this is his first solo effort.
Okay. My very, very limited knowledge of Genesis, I could hear what I've heard so far from Genesis, right? I could hear.
There's definitely and that's what I found interesting with. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
That's okay. So there's that, and then of course there's my experience sitting, as a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, and my dad would listen to music like this. I don't know if he had this exact album, but he had things like he listened to Bread and America and Toto, and
that's awesome. Toto's awesome.
Yeah, and so that was the kind of music that I just was raised on. It wasn't ever my favorite music. It was just kind of like this music, and then as I acquired my own taste for music, that kind of sound was kind of like, oh, that's my dad's sound. So that's a lot of what I was thinking through this one.
Sure. Yeah. No. It's. And I was trying to hear. It was interesting. I was listening to it. I heard a lot of Genesis influence, and there was still some prog changes, and then there was some normal songs in the sense of just normal beats, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call that. But anyways, but what I found interesting is I wonder how much it just shows me. I guess Mike's such a quiet guy. He's sort of a very unassuming guy, kind of unassuming on stage. Just a quiet member of the band. But you can hear what he probably, most likely, brings to the table when it comes to composing Genesis songs, because there's a lot of Genesis sounding stuff in this. Now, you could argue, well, maybe he just took what he knew from what was written from Tony Banks and keyboards in Genesis and then brought it into this album to make the transition easier for people listening to this album. But I don't know. It's all kind of like, it's in his mind anyways, that sound. So yeah.
It was
but
cool.
I liked it. I actually really liked it. I'm actually surprised how much I liked it. It was very soft, kind of like soft rock.
Yeah.
Soft, soothing, it was kind of like a comfort food, but there was definitely Genesis there, but you got to hear Mike play, which is nice. And he's a very accomplished guitarist and composer. And yeah, I think it's a quiet album, much like his own personality.
For me, it'd be the kind of thing I'd be comfortable playing in the background, but not necessarily sitting down and going like, okay, I got to show you this song. You know what I mean? Like you say, calming, soothing, just the kind of music you'd keep playing, because there's nothing there that's going to shock somebody or make someone get all like, oh, what's this song? How come you're playing this?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. It's a song that you'd play or an album that you'd play. Yeah, it's something you could put on and everyone would feel safe and happy, and it's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. It doesn't shock anybody, but I think it's very soothing and nice, and something that I would like if you're painting your room, working in your house, or you're doing a project in your house, and because it doesn't overwhelm you.
Yeah,
you're not I like it, and that's a good thing to have. You need all types of music. I think it's a good album to have for that kind of thing where. It's something to have if you're tinkering in your garage or whatever it might be. It's something to have on the background.
Agreed.
I don't mean the background as I think everyone in the area would be okay with what's going on. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Robert. That was actually, like I said, that's a really interesting journey. I'd be honest, I don't think I'd ever listen to it otherwise, even though I'm enjoying Genesis. I don't think I'd ever just go pick up a Mike Rutherford solo album. And I think this is out of print. That's why we couldn't find it in iTunes. So people have uploaded it to YouTube illegally, or whatever you want to call it, because you can't buy this.
Yet,
yeah, and it hasn't been reissued. So there you go. So thank you to those who did that, so we could listen to it, because we can't even buy this. It wasn't available on iTunes, or maybe it's on Spotify. But anyways, all right,
cool.
Well, that was Mike Rutherford.
Well, that was a journey. Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you so much, Robert.
Robert, our patron.
Oh. patron Robert and artist Mike. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Well,
see you on the next one. Bye.
You bet.